Good morning. Today I'm going to be working on some Pilates and yoga exercises with you today. So those of you that have never done Pilates, this is a great opportunity for you to think about trying it at home. I know it can be intimidating, but I really feel like it is really super beneficial for everyone to really think about working on core muscles. We can work out all we want. We can do, bodybuilding, we can do cardio, we can do yoga. Believe me, I do all of them. But having a strong core is quite challenging. I know this. But if you just work on some of these exercises each and every day, you're going to find a whole new body. 8 out of 10 people have some form of back problems in their lifetime. The way that we can avoid it is by strengthening our core muscles. So our core muscles, especially in Pilates, run from the lower back around to the lower abdominal area, which is the transverse abdominis muscles. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean that we aren't working our rectus abdominis and our obliques and all of the other stomach muscles when we do Pilates, but we definitely target the lower abdominal area, which is a really challenging area to get rid of body fat, right? And also to build strength. So you may notice in a short amount of time that your pants get a little smaller around your hips if you work on Pilates exercises. So I encourage those of you that do not do Pilates to maybe try these videos that I'm sending to you guys and working on them a little bit. Your yoga practice will be stronger. Your mindful way of moving will be stronger. And when you do your cardio with weights, which can be awfully dangerous if you don't know how to use your body correctly, will be super beneficial for you. When we do Pilates, we're more aware of our bodies, how we move, and how we can injure ourselves if we're not careful. So please try it. Try it. So I'm going to get on the mat with you guys today. I'm going to move the camera around a little bit so I can get on the floor with you. So, if your neck hurts you in some of these exercises, what I recommend is taking your hands, your fingertips, not interlacing behind your back or behind the back of your head, sorry, because you tend to pull the neck forward a little bit, which isn't good. So what I say is just take your hands like a little, like a claw, and just cup the back of your head with your fingertips so that when you're in the position, your elbows won't come forward, you'll be open, you'll be rounding your spine, and you can rest your head on the back of your hands. And I'll do that through the video at some points to remind you that that's how you do it. And you may notice over time that you can lift your head more comfortably. But yes, it does get to the neck a little bit, I won't lie. This is why we only do about 8 to 10 exercises, sometimes a little more depending. But if you feel after 8 rounds, 8 reps, that you're tired or it's hurting you, then come out. You will build strength over time. So don't push it. In Pilates, there's a couple of things to think about. Attention. That means paying attention to your body, your core muscles. Your core muscles, of course, are in your abdominal area, like I said earlier. But a couple of things that you want to think about when you're doing your exercises is keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. So, attention. Shoulders down. So I call this armpits to hips. Once you feel your shoulders doing this or this, right? This is real tension. It gets into the neck. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Armpits to hips. Shoulders down. Keeping them down, you'll notice you get strong in here. Your serratus anterior muscles, which are obviously part of the core as well. So the shoulders are down. The ribs draw in. And you feel it in your chest, not in your belly, like yogic breathing when we use our belly breath. So first things first, we're going to take the hands to the sides of the rib cage. We're going to bring the shoulders down. This is attention. Breath. The ABCs. Attention, A. Breath, B. So the breath is an inhale through the nose and an exhale. Think of blowing out whatever way works for you, but feeling the ribs drawing in, zipping of the ribs. So my stomach isn't moving, but my ribs are. So when we move faster, it's shh, 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 shh. So that's attention, breath, and control. So control means from here to here, hip bones, that is our powerhouse, our powerhouse, our core muscles. We call it the powerhouse in Pilates. So our powerhouse, when we do the exercises, isn't flailing around. It's not doing this. You're trying to maintain control. So if we move, we're not going like this. We're trying to maintain control and moving from the core. So the first exercise that we're going to do today, before I get down on the floor with you, is thinking about just moving from your powerhouse, okay? So first exercise is just rotating. As I rotate, I'm going to bring the hands to the ribs again, and you might want to do this as well. So as we rotate, notice I'm not moving my head. I'm not using my neck. I'm using the base of my spine and my abdominals to do the work. Call this moving from the axis in yoga. So yoga and Pilates are very similar in a lot of ways because a lot of the exercises are from yoga. Joseph Pilates' parents were yogis, so he did yoga, but his Pilates exercises were more quicker movements, but a lot of the exercises you'll notice are similar to yoga postures, which is why when you do yoga postures, you might notice that a lot of the like boat pose and all of those are very challenging to do. But if you keep doing Pilates, you'll be able to do those postures in yoga. I notice a lot of times, because yes, I'm a yoga and Pilates instructor, that people that don't work their core enough cannot do the boat poses and things that require the core muscles. The people that do Pilates don't have a problem doing it. So getting back to the twists, I'm going to take an inhale, and as I exhale, I'm going to twist to the right and back to center. So this is what it looks like. I'm not moving my neck. I'm not turning my head. Okay? So we're going to do 8 to the right and then 8 to the left. Okay? So hands to the belly, the ribs, not the belly, but the ribs. Let's take an inhale, exhale to the right. Shh. Inhale, center. Exhale. Shh. 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 My shoulders are going with me. Shh. Warming up. Shh. 2 more. Shh. Shh. Good. Let's take the hands to the knees, round the spine. Give yourself a little stretch. Notice I didn't drop my head. I pulled my belly button in, and my back is rounded. My shoulders came a little forward. And then I'm going to stack back up and lift, armpits to hips, scooping the abdominals, belly in. That's part of Pilates as well, scooping the abdominal muscles. Think of pulling your belly button into your spine, not letting your belly fall out. Pulling your belly button in also helps you to lengthen right up through the top of the head. So this is a slump, this is a lift. Let's go to the other side. Hands to ribs, exhale, shh, inhale, center, exhale, shh, inhale, center, exhale, shh. 5 more, shh, shh, shh. 2 more, shh, shh. Good. Slowly release, round your spine, taking an inhale. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Shh. Blow it all out this time. Let's do one more. Inhale through the nose. and blow out. Good. We'll stack and lift. And now we'll come down onto our mats to start working on our core muscles. Let me just set my camera up quickly, and then we'll get into our C-curve and rounding spine. So I should have had this set up before, but I didn't. But if you guys know me, I'm not always the most organized at these things. I'm new to these videos, so bear with me. Just trying to keep you all strong and supported. So, here we are. I'm sending my legs out in a way. I don't like this angle, but I'm going to move it back a little bit here. Whoa, lost you. All right, so sitting on your mat while I set up, let's bring yourself into a tall, supported spine. Knees bent, feet out in front of you. So here I am sitting tall and supported. I'm just going to work with this one just for a moment so you can see my upper back rounding, but I'm not dropping my head and my shoulders are coming forward. So first one here, my hands are on my shins, my back is rounded, my belly is pulling in. This is what we call a C-curve position. Those of you that know it, right? C-curve, belly drawn in, rounded spine. And then we're going to inhale as we stack and lift, shoulders move back to position. So let's take 7 of these. Exhale. Shh. Inhale, stack and lift. Exhale. Shh. Shh. Notice the back is rounding. Shh. Let's take 2 more. Shh. That breath is like telling someone to be quiet. Let's stay in the rounded spine now. I'm going to take a hold of the back of my knees and bring my feet off of the floor if I can. Those of you that can't, it's fine. You can be with your feet on the floor, and that's just as good. I'm going to move out a little bit so you can now see me and my feet. So I chose to be closer to you so that you can actually see the body. I don't want to be too far away so that you can't see what's going on. So right now my toes are up. I'm taking the back of my legs, and now I'm going to start to lean back in that C-curve and stay there. I'm off of my tailbone now, and I'm moving back. Those of you that are stronger and have been working with me, you can go back even a little further. First one today, we're going to just lean back slightly more and then come back to that position again. All right, we're going to take an exhale, lean back, shh, and back up. They're small, shh, 8, shh, shh. Arms aren't moving, shh, reaching forward with strong arms, shh, shh. Last one, see if you can hold. So next exercise, the arms are going to go out to the side. Ooh, you feel that. And then back in. If it's, be careful how far you bring your arms back. No strain. 8, again. Shh. Shh. You probably will need your feet on the floor, but if you can keep them up, that's fine too. Shh. Shh. Pull your belly in. Shh. Shh. I'm taking 1 more. Shh. If you want 2 more, take it. When you're done, we're going to bring the feet down, straighten the legs, and come into a forefold with a nice rounded back. Take a moment, let your chin drop a little now, and stretch. Try not to force bringing your hands to your feet and being okay with wherever you are, right? Round your spine. And take a slow, deep breath in as you feel your back expanding with your inhale and your exhale. So right from here, in this forward fold, which is a yoga stretch, We're going to reach the hands forward and up into a straight spine. Exhale as you go back to the round. Inhale as you stack and lift each vertebra, each rib. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you stack. Exhale as you round. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Inhale, exhale, round. Let's stay up on this next one. Arms are reaching overhead. Belly is pulling in and those armpits are down towards your hips. Try not to have your arms up high, but push your shoulders down. Now this one here is a little challenging because you're going to twist without moving your arms first. So you're going to twist to the right like we did earlier and back to center. If your thighs are bothering you, bend your knees. So as we open out in this one, be careful not to bring your arm back too far. So it looks just like this. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. I'm only doing 4 of these on each side because I'm always cautious about the arms in this one. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that rounded spine, forward fold stretch to take a break. Take a deep breath. The breath is really important. These are yogic breaths, so don't be afraid to take a slow, deep breath in and out. And then we're going to slowly reach forward, stack and lift again, and we're going to be going over to the left side this time. So we're going to take an inhale with a straight spine. Exhale as you twist to the left. Inhale back up. Don't force your arm back. Just twist from your core. The arm is in line with your shoulder, not pulling it back. Last one. Notice I'm not whipping my arm back. If you force your arm back, you're going to hurt your shoulder. So basically it looks like that. And then back to center and back to our fold. Take a breath. Relax and breathe here. Stay with your chin down for 3 more breaths so we take a nice yogic stretch in between today. So it's a combination of yoga and Pilates. And then when you're ready, let's slowly come back up, rounded spine this time as we take a hold of the back of the legs. I'm going to shimmy forward a little bit until I feel like I'm ready to go down. So in this one, I'm going to start to slowly come down, 1 vertebra at a time, onto my mat. Taking a moment there with the head down to adjust. Breathe, relax. Notice your spine on the mat with your head down. First exercise on the mat today is going to be arms up towards the ceiling. Knees are bent, feet flat on the mat. And let's reach the shoulders up towards the ceiling. Notice your upper back is rounded. And then pull them back down. All right, so I had a cramp in my calf or my hamstring, so I had to take a moment there. Same thing, if you get a cramp during any of these exercises, just take yourself out for a moment. Come back in. So it's going to be reach up and then push the shoulder blades down. All right, let's do 8. Exhale. Inhale back down. Exhale up. 2 more. And on this last one, push the shoulders down, keep them there. This is the Pilates body. Pull your belly in, push your armpits down towards your hips, feel your tailbone on the mat and your natural spine. From here, we're going to take an inhale, exhale as you peel off of the mat, arms will go down by your hips. Inhale as you go back down. Head just rest. Don't use your neck. Use your core. 8. Take your time. 1 vertebra at a time. Notice you're not using your neck. Again, if you need to use your hands, fingertips to your head, just notice if you're using your neck. We're going to take one more, and then we're going to stay up on this next one. If your hands are to the back of your head, open your elbows wide, and we're going to do little pulses. Pulsing here. No neck. Hold. And then slowly come down one vertebra at a time and rest yourselves for a moment. Take your head, turn it from side to side. Put your hands wherever you are the most comfortable. Hopefully down by your sides, and take a little breather. And now we're going into our alternating legs, some stretches. So let's take a hold of the back of your right leg and then bring that leg up in the air and just go ahead and take a nice stretch of your hamstring. If you can extend your left leg straight out and away from you so both legs now are straight. And notice your neutral spine here. Not forcing your lower back on the mat, but certainly feeling your hips down and your tailbone down. And then let's walk up the leg with your hands and notice your upper back and shoulder blades came off of the mat. This is your C-curve position. And then we're going to take that hamstring and draw it in a little bit more here. And when you're ready, we're going to lift the left foot off of the mat, right in line with your hip. And we're going to take a couple of alternating legs here. So we're going to inhaling and exhaling as we switch. This is where we don't flail around. We keep the back from moving around and just moving the legs only. Exhale and inhale. 3 more. Again, hands to the back of the head if you need to. And then bending your knees and taking yourself down and take a moment to rest. Maybe turning your head side to side or swaying your hips side to side as you take a moment there. Tuck your chin. Notice the back of your neck has length. And then we'll go to the other side. So bringing your left knee in, interlacing behind the back of your leg, but not on the back of your knee if you can help it. And draw the leg in and straighten the leg from there. Feel the stretch first with your head down. You can even keep your head down in these exercises if you feel that it's just bothering your neck. In fact, this next round, I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to walk my hands up the leg, and then I'm going to extend that right leg slowly out, and notice your right hip flexor, getting a good stretch. And then raising that right leg slightly, letting go or staying right here with your hands. Inhale, exhale, switch for 8. Make sure you're breathing. Hold. Bringing both knees in and taking a little rock from side to side. So these exercises, we're going to stay on the mat with the head, neck. Shoulders are going to roll back and down. And then once you get there, push your fingertips towards your hips. So your shoulders aren't up off the floor. They're not up by your ears. And then taking the feet off of the floor, knees, feet, and inner calves squeezing towards each other, and your knees balancing right over your hips. This is too close, right there, or even maybe a little more if you're strong. First exercise here is going to be alternating knees. So dropping right foot down, knee goes with you, back up, and then other side, okay? Watch your lower backs, keep your lower abdominals pulling in. Scoop those abs. We're going to do 12, 6 on each side. Exhale as you go down. Inhale back up. You don't have to bring your foot all the way down. 6 more. If you feel your lower back, Just pull your abs in and don't bring your foot down so far. Last 2. Good. Bring your knees slowly in and take a little circle with your knees. Little massage of your lower back. And then we'll stop that circle and see if you can go in the other direction. Give your lower backbone, that sacrum bone, a nice massage. We're going to come back to center. Your arms are going to go out in a T. You can turn your palms up or down, whatever feels better for you. Knees are right over the hips again, right? Feet are not dropping down if you can help it in this twist. We're going to bring the knees over to the side. If you can't let your knees drop down, remember to just bring your feet down to stop you from going over or hurting your back. Just bring those toes and let them touch the floor if your knees aren't. Most people cannot touch the floor with their knees, so don't feel you're inadequate. You can always let your head drop to the other side and rest. Take a deep breath into your side ribs. Clearly doesn't matter what side you went to, but just notice your side ribs as you inhale. And as you exhale, the drawing in. Yogic breathing. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. Using the back of your arms and your core muscles to come back to center, maybe a little rock first and then over to your other side. Letting your feet stop you and head dropping over to the other side if you feel it is comfortable for you. And breathe. Relax your shoulders. Good. We're going to slowly come back out of that, lifting the upper back and shoulders off of the mat as you try to take hold of the outside of your ankles or the outside of your knees. We're going to inhale and we're going to bring the arms out and away, legs, and then exhale as you bring it around. So this is called single leg stretch. The arms go out and the legs go out. And then they draw back in. So let's do 6 of these. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Take it down. Take a break on the neck. Bringing the feet down one at a time and relaxing. Bridge pose. Now these are going to be working the glutes. So think about while you're on the mat right now, shoulders are down. The first thing that I'm going to ask you guys to do today is bend your elbows and push your elbows, the backs of your arms and your shoulders into the mat. Feel your heels. Lift your toes for a moment and feel your heels in line with your sitting bones, your hip bones. Not really wide and not letting your knees fan out. So get a feel of your body with your eyes closed. And then we'll bring the hands down slowly, making sure the back of your arms and your shoulders are working in this posture. This is bridge pose in yoga. So let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly tuck your tailbone towards your heels and lift your hip bones up towards the ceiling. Make sure you can breathe. And we're going to slowly come down one vertebra at a time. So we're going to take an inhale, exhale as you lift. Inhale as you take it back down. If you're stronger and you want to take your arms up, you can bring your arms up and keep them there as you work your glutes, your hamstrings. Let's do 4 more. I always get cramps in these. And then we're going to hold up. Push the shoulders down. And then if you have your arms up, let's bring them back down for this. It's a little stronger. I'm going to bring my heels in a little bit closer. And I'm going to think about balancing on my left foot as I bring my right knee up in a reverse table position. It's not into my chest. I just lifted it. I'm going to inhale, tap that bone back down again, exhale up. We're going to do 6. Inhale, exhale, lift. Shh. Shh. Use your heel, not your toes. Don't grip with your toes. Shh. We're going to hold up on this one, and we're going to drop the toes down. Exhale, back in. Inhale as you tap. Exhale. Shh. Keep those hips up. Shh. Last one. Slowly bring your toes down and your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Woo! So let's take the left ankle and cross it over your right knee. You can stay here. You can bring your right knee in closer towards your chest. And think about keeping your toes in a dorsiflex as if your foot is flat, not pointed. Push through your heel. You might even be able to grab the back of your leg and stay with a nice yogic breath. And remember, it's okay to be right here, just opening the knee out and keeping your hips squared off. So we're going to slowly slide the knee over the knee, and now bring your feet up. Maybe take a hold of your shins and keep your lower backbone down. You don't want to lift it off the floor, and take your stretch. And slowly release. Take a little movement, and then bring your heels back down, arches, balls of feet and toes. Make sure you're situated correctly again so we can go to the other side. Lifting those hips, pushing your shoulders down, keeping your abdominals in, grounding your right heel, and slowly lifting your left knee, foot off. Inhale as you tap your sacrum bone down. Exhale, raise. 6. Let's hold at the top and slowly tap the foot down. Exhale, back up. 6. If you're strong, you can try for 10, 8, whatever. Last time. And slowly bring that foot down. Come down one vertebra at a time. And when you're ready, crossing your right ankle over your left knee and dorsiflexing your toes, opening your hip. Maybe bringing your knee in and taking a nice stretch. Breath. Slow breath in for 4. And slower breath out for 6. One more breath. Deep, slow breathing. And then we'll cross the knee over the knee. This is called Gomukhasana in yoga. I'm holding my outer blades of my feet, but you can always hold your knees and draw them in a little bit more. This is a great stretch for sciatica, lower back issues, sacroiliac. Don't hold your breath. And then slowly unwinding, maybe take a little ankle roll and bringing those feet back down on your mat. Very nice. Let's extend the legs straight out and away from us and reach overhead. Once you reach overhead, this is really important for me. I'm going to ask that you push your shoulders down again towards your ears and don't let your hands touch the floor. We're going to do a modified teaser prep. So in teaser prep, I'm going to inhale my arms up towards the ceiling, and then I'm going to exhale as I peel off the mat, look at my toes, take an inhale, and then exhale slowly back down. All right? So try not to let your ribs stick out like this. Keep them in. right? I do have space in between my back. I'm not trying to force it. Push your shoulders down away from your ears. You should see your arms on the side of your eyes if you're actively engaged in your Pilates body. So we're going to exhale up. Shh. Inhale, stay. Exhale down. Shh. 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 Inhale through the nose. Exhale up. Shh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale down. Shh. 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 3 more. Shh. 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 And then let's stay up on the last one. This is a tough one for the neck. You can be here, you can be here, or you can have your legs out and away with a slight turnout and pump. Inhale, exhale, pumping your hands. Shh. Don't let your neck move. We're going to do 3 more. If you want to take it over to the side, you can. Center, another side. And then slowly take it in and take a little side to side. Feet down, chin tucked, neck and head relaxed. Take a slow, deep breath in and a slow breath out. We're going to go into single leg stretches, alternating legs. Again, if it hurts your neck, you're going to be cautious. So in this one here, I'm going to take a hold of my right knee. I'm going to extend my left leg straight out and away. I'm going to take the left hand to the knee and my right hand to the outside of my ankle. And my head and chest are in that position. And I'm going to take an inhale, exhale, switch. Right? So it looks just like this. And I'm not flailing. This is where I said earlier when we don't want our powerhouse to flail. So this stays completely straight and it looks just like this. Shh. Shh. You can have your hands to the back of your head holding the back of your head. Shh. Otherwise it's shh. 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 Pull your belly in, lift your chest. Shh. Shh. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly take yourself down and take your break. Bringing your feet down and relax. Nicely done. So today, I'm going to do our side leg series and some clams, crab and clam. So I'm on my side. First off, I recommend bringing your feet a little forward. Your bottom foot is going to go a little bit forward. Let me get on this. There we go. So I'm in a nice straight line, right? I'm going to come all the way down and bend my arm and rest my head on my bicep or on the elbow, wherever you are. So you don't want your butt sticking out. You can see I stuck my butt out and I'm not straight anymore. I want that nice, long, straight, scooping abdominals, armpits to hips position. You're going to want to hold on in this exercise. The bottom leg is going to be a little bit forward, and then the top leg is going to go only to your hip. You don't want to be up really high for this one, for this exercise. We're going to take the foot and we're going to bring it forward, the leg forward, and then slightly back. This is challenging because you don't want to be doing this, which I said earlier. So we try to keep this from moving, your powerhouse, from your hips to your shoulders. We're going to inhale the leg forward and exhale it slightly back where you feel your glutes but not swaying. Okay? Let's take 8. Shh. 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 Keep those bellies in. Hold to the back. We're going to bring the foot behind the other foot. We're going to raise the leg up and then tap it in front of the other foot. So it's inhale, lift to a point. I'm up a little bit higher on this one. And exhale, tap behind your leg. Big toe will touch. All right, let's do it together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Shh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Shh. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale, back. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale, back. Let's do 8 more. Shh. Last one, lift and release. If you need to, take your knees. In fact, let's all take our knees in. Bring them in. Keep your feet down and your knees touching. So, if one knee is back behind the other a little, it means that your hips are not squared off. So bring your knee on top of the other knee and you should be in a good place. I'm just going to come up for this one a little bit. And I'm going to make sure I'm not slumping in my shoulder. If you're in this position, this works here, but it's a little bit challenging. So we're going to keep the feet together, and we're just going to open the knees out and then back in. All right, so we're going to take 8. Exhale as you open. Shh. 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 Feel it in your glutes. Shh. It's glute day. Shh. Shh. Last one. Let's hold it open for a second, and then we'll bring it in, squeeze the knees together, and lift the foot, keeping the toes not in a point, but in that dorsiflex. So imagine you're bringing the outer blade of your foot up, and everything else is just going to follow you. So here we go. Exhale up. Shh. 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 Let's take 5 more of these. It's not so important that you have the Pilates breath in these as much, but just try to exhale and inhale as best you can. And then let's hold this one and then slowly bring it down. This exercise is a little bit more challenging, and I'm going to bring my knees out from me a little bit more. I'm going to come up to the hand. My fingers are pointing away from me, and I'm going to try to lift up and find my best position. Move around until you feel it. This is a little bit of a challenge. You're going to extend. You're going to slowly drop that hip down and then exhale it back up. So it's inhale, drop down, exhale up. Shh. It's almost like you're making a full circle with your hand, your arm, and down. Let's do one more. And then bring your arm up. Look up at your hand. See if you can needle underneath your left armpit or right armpit, depending where you are, and open back out. We'll do 4. Twist and open. Twist and open. 2 more. Twist and open. Last one. And now when you come down, right, you're going to slowly come out of it and bring yourselves around slowly to the other side. Maybe take a little wrist roll. Do what you need to do. Coming to your other side. So again, making yourself long, right? I'm not leaning back. I'm not leaning forward, but I'm strong. I'm going to stay in this position for this round today so that you can see me. If you want to lay on your arm, remember you bend your arm and you just lay on your arm, right? Nice and straight. Pull your abs in. Lift your chest. All right, so we're going to do the forward and back legs. Pointing your toes for this one. Inhale the leg forward. Exhale back. Shh. Keep your belly in. Shh. 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 Notice I'm not going deep. Shh. Hold to the back. Bring your foot down. Big toe touches. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap forward. Shh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Shh. 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 Last one. Slowly bring it forward and then take a break. Bringing your knees in, knees on top of each other, feet on top of each other. Opening out for a crab. Open out. Take a moment to feel this one. And then back in. Right, so if you're in this position like me and you're doing this, or you're reaching forward or here, you want to think about lifting your chest, pulling your abs in, zipping those ribs, and not letting the shoulders slump out. It works your trapezius muscles. Excuse me. So opening out. Shh. Shh. Notice my heel is staying on top of the other. Shh. Shh. We're doing 2 more, or of course you can always do more of these exercises if you'd like. And then take a break. Keep your knees together as you lift the outer blade of your foot. Everything else will just follow you. Open out. Shh. 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 Last one. Shh. Good. And then slowly bringing yourself onto your hand, moving your legs out a little bit. You have to find the right position. Take your time. So opening out, right? Belly is in. Come on up on the side of your knee. Side plank. Notice my hand is pushing away. The other thing that I'm really cautious with people is to see how far my arm is away. My wrist needs to be under my shoulder. All right? Or a little bit away. But, you don't want to feel like you have to reach. So let's lift up. And then bring yourself, remember, be cautious of your arms. If it hurts you, you can stay right here, down and up. In fact, I'll stay down here. Inhale, exhale, raise. Shh. 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 2 more. Shh. Last one. Little upper body strength. Good. So after that, let's come around to all fours. Take a moment to rest your shoulder, your wrist, whatever, roll. And then we're going to come onto the forearms, and then on to the belly, and settling here. So I'm on my shoulders, or you can be on your head, hands on your head as you rest. Take a moment to rest here. Relax. Take a moment. And then we're going to lift the chest off of the floor and think about straightening the legs, pulling up on the kneecaps and raising the legs off of the floor, tapping the toes back down. So I'm going to take 12 of these. Exhale, raise. Inhale, down. Try not to bend your knees. If you have tight hamstrings, your knees will bend. Push your toes away from you as if someone's pulling your legs right out of their hip sockets. And hold on this one. Let's drop the right leg down a little and just keep the left leg up high. And we'll alternate. Inhale, exhale, switching. Push your pubic bone down hard. Push it down, pull your belly in, and feel the movement coming from your buttocks as you breathe. You can go fast if you want. We'll do 10. Quicker. When you've had enough, slowly release. Take a little rock from side to side with your hips. And then using your hands as you push back to your child pose. Take a moment to settle into your child pose. Rest the back of your head and neck. Placing your hands wherever you feel the most comfortable. And then we're going to come around today to end with some nice yogic stretches. So placing your right foot in front of you and your left foot into your inner thigh, opening out that hip. So you can inhale your arms up overhead, reach with a nice flat back, not dropping your head, and stay with breath. The back is flat for right now. Pull up on your kneecap if you can, toes to shins, and now let's release the hands down and try not to reach, but just settle in where you are and then surrender and let go. Let your head fall. Relax your lower back as you breathe. If you can hold on somewhere without reaching, then feel free. Take a slow, deep breath into the back of your shoulder blades. Feel the expansion. And as you exhale, maybe you can settle in a little bit deeper over time. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. As we come out, we're going to slowly lift and stack the ribs, and then take that left foot and cross it over your right leg. So let's take the right hand to that left knee and take a little twist over to the left side. Your left hand will be behind your back to support you without leaning back as you breathe. Take a slow, deep breath in as you massage your internal organs with breath. Notice where you're holding tension and consciously relax it. Probably your right shoulder. And as we come back around to center, let's take the ankle over that knee, not on top of the kneecap, of course, and reach forward in your forward fold here. If there's any strain in your knees, then just be aware and give yourself a little bit of a bend, or maybe even holding your leg here and just taking a little rock from side to side. This is always really nice too, a little rock the baby side to side. I like that. And then let's release. Take a hold of the back of your leg. Lift your leg, straighten it, and bend it. Let's do that again. Slowly lift as you inhale, and slowly bend it. Let's take 1 more. And then sliding your heel back out and away from you as you take a hold of your right ankle and put your right foot into your left inner thigh. Take a moment to prepare. Inhale for length. And as you exhale, reach forward with a flat back. Notice I'm not dropping my head. I'm still looking at you. My toes are to my shins. Just adjusting, moving into stillness with your breath. And then when you're ready, maybe walking a little bit deeper and letting your back round, your head drop. If you feel any strain, go back to stage 1 and surrender there with breath. Notice where you're holding and let go of the grip. Relax and breathe. We all need to take this time for ourselves each and every day. Think about when we say yes to helping others, that we make sure we don't say no to doing something good for ourselves. Don't compromise your own health by caring for others. It's great to do that, but we also have to focus in on ourselves. We all have this ability. We just sometimes don't take the time. Crossing that leg over, left hand to that right knee. Take an inhale for length. And as you exhale, revolve over to the right side. Right hand behind you, left hand, or even in your elbow crease as you breathe. Pulling that knee in closer towards your center over time, not right away. And breathe here for 1 more breath. And then slowly coming around to center as you open that knee out, readjusting, and breath. You can push your knee down. You can lean forward. Again, you don't want to end up like this to get there. Just hinge from your hips and breathe. And then we'll take that little rock the baby again, taking a hold of the knee and the foot and just feeling your sitting bones rock from side to side. Feels so good. And then we'll take a hold of the back of the leg, maybe take a little ankle roll, and then slowly straighten and slowly bend. Let's do 2 more with breath. Inhale as you straighten, and exhale as you bend. And 1 more. Good. And then sliding that heel out and away from you as you take 1 more forward fold. And then you can slowly start to curl up 1 vertebra at a time. Remember, this might be your time to go into your Shavasana. But I'll leave you by crossing my ankles and sitting in Sukhasana, cross-legged position, as we take a moment to settle here. Just notice your body as you breathe in through your nose with that cool breath, and out through your nose with a slightly warm breath. On your next exhale, let's just drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. You can even take your right hand, right wrist with your left hand and settle there as you pull your arm down slightly and take a deeper stretch. When you come out, the arms come out first, head to center, and relax. Let's take an inhale and exhale as you drop over to the other side. And taking a hold of the opposite wrist as you pull down and breathe. On the inhale, we'll lift the head back to center, hands back to the lap as you take a couple shoulder rolls. And then bringing the hands in front of our own heart center. As you take a moment there, take a breath into your thumbs in your prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Appreciation for your own practice. Appreciation for spending quality time with ourselves, slowing down. This whole situation that we're in right now is very scary. The unknown is always scary, but it has given us time to pause, reflect on our own family members, reflect on maybe slowing down, our own personal care when we're out in public. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in each and every one of you. I hope you all stay healthy, happy, flexible, and strong. Namaste. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Take good care. Peace.